Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again. I wanted to have a little discussion about things that I didn't really get uh, in the movies in Order, Alien Romulus, which is basically the sequel between Alien and Aliens, and then Aliens. First of all, in Alien, when Lambert, Kane, and Dallas go in the phallic shaped space jockey spaceship and literally going into a hole that looks like vagina because Giger believed the shape of the alien head is very phallic, and he believed in a lot of phallic stuff should happen, even in the movie when um, Ash becoming destroyed, wanting to rape Ripley, but he doesn't have a penis, so he's taking this magazine and basically trying to give him a blowjob with the magazine. So there are a lot of sexual references in that one, but that's not one I wanted to talk about. The fact is that I'm not sure the name of the guy who did the screenplay, I believe, to Alien. He also wrote the graphic novel, the comic book. And he said, okay, all those eggs weren't laid by David, like in Prometheus, because if we see Prometheus and we see the second part, Alien Covenant, we see him on a colonist spaceship, and he's making these little, like almost gelatin sacks with a small face hugger in. We see that again because Alien Romulus was nothing than look at that, that the black jug with the goo in, the combination between the alien space jockey did a lot of things that just referenced the Prometheus movie. I think that was just because Ridley Scott wanted it to be in there, but okay. Um, but it's because of that movie we got to know that an alien can fossilize itself to protect itself. So apparently in the comic books, when they went further down the hull of the ship, they found a fossilized alien queen, and that's the one who laid all those eggs. And the space jockeys put a interested in those eggs, put a sort of warning sign. Don't cross the warning sign. And that's where Kane, he just says, fuck it, I'm going through the warning sign. But if the alien queen was just fossilized, there should have, I'm guessing that this alien, she was still alive. And maybe the one we saw in Aliens is the one that, that was in the derelict ship and came to life, you know, like in Alien Romulus, the alien from the first Alien movie with the catapult hook in his body also came to life. So that may be a theory, right? That same queen, that fossilized queen, that was in the script, that was in the comic, but they never shown that in the movie. I think they didn't want to over complicate things, but like the egg morphing, people morphing into eggs, that was bullshit. That was a bullshit scene that Ridley Scott liked, but never was used again. Never really was acknowledged again. So no. Um, so that's my thing. The alien queen fossilized should have been, you know, could have been a queen roaming LV-426, and that was the one who attacked the colony and probably laid some eggs, you know. Um, because also in alien in in aliens, the the queen had this large tube where the eggs came out, you know. Now apparently she didn't need those because she laid like two eggs on the Sulaco's dropship, which I thought she needed a little bit more assistance to do that, laying those eggs. But also something that oh, so in Romulus they have, oh, these here are the new, these are the M40 pulse rifles, but these are the older versions that the colonial marines used. Uh, and apparently that rifle is more modified than the one they got in the Aliens movie. Okay, it looked like the white ones that they had in Romulus didn't have a grenade launcher, but it had a automatic, automatic aiming system. So if they were in the hive, and the residue in the wall where the aliens kind of looked like that residue, stuck to the wall to be camouflaged, they could have just pointed their arms and it would signal one and then so, right? Am I right? And also that bullshit with when Ripley says, "Oh,
Hey,
you
Palm.
can't use your guns in there. You can't.
Look.
You're just.
We can't have any firing in there.
The next room is a
I want you to
nuclear
collect
reactor."
magazines from...
Because she asks, "What do these pulse rifles fire?" Oh, standard armor piercing M40 40 millimeter rounds, something like that. I'm not sure. And then she said, "You can't use that because if they hit the nuclear processor, it's and then eventually they say, okay, you can't use those guns because it's gonna be, you can ignite an explosion as big as an atomic bomb." But then, okay, they're using flamethrowers, but Ripley goes in, guns blazing, with grenades in the pulse rifle, with grenades around her neck, with two clips, one retractable, and then, and a flamethrower too, but she's gun blazing aliens away when she's just angry at the queen when she, betrays her trust. That the queen says you can go because the queen signals to the aliens, go away, and an alien egg comes out behind her, and she's like, she's basically blowing the entire room up, throwing grenades, firing grenades. Um, she she uh, she throws the belt of the grenades that Gorman used. The with fast gas. You click it, and it's like a normal grenade. You explode. She throws it in the fire. Boom, boom, boom. She even gave a grenade and in a deleted scene to what's his name again? The dirtbag of Wayland Yutani who wanted to bring an embryo back. Uh, Fuck. Can't remember his name, but the representative of Wayland Yutani, and he he is still alive, but he has one in him. So she gives him a pity grenade, to blow himself up if something starts to happen. So she didn't care. So if the soldiers could have used their pulse rifles, probably a lot of people would survive, because what happened was a chain reaction. Um, you had, what's her name? I think Crow was her name. The medic being pulled up, and then you see that she's firing her fire flamethrower at the same time, just putting Frost, one of the Marines, completely on fire with the bag of all the ammo in. And where is Bowski, one of these other soldiers, wants to go, and it explodes, and it kills Brzezowski and another guy. And then Apone is like, Sergeant Apone is like, what's happening? What's happening? Then he gets snatched too. I mean, because of the use of the flamethrower, they kill like 4 colonial marines in one take. Yeah. So it's always been so stupid to me that they couldn't use their pulse rifles. If Ripley can use her pulse rifle, grenade the fucking place to smithereens, and use the grenade launcher, and I mean, you know what I mean? That was a stupid decision. I think they wanted to make that decision to make it a little bit more tense. But I think the M40 pulse rifles, or M4 pulse rifles that they had in Romulus, were a little bit more advanced. That they can just, oh, there's something, fire, right? I mean, that was way more advanced, way more advanced. Because those looked brand new, and the ones the Marines looked worn, you know, and they were updated versions. So okay. In any case, I wanted that off my chest. I always thought that was so stupid that they decided not to use the guns, while Ripley at the end goes full on Rambo in that hive. And the fact that an alien queen was fossilized on the derelict spaceship, and that my idea is that in Aliens, the queen wasn't in one of the colonists' body, but was the queen that was fossilized in the spaceship and came alive and wreaked havoc, and eventually started to lay eggs in a place where she was secure. That's what I think. Well, let me know if you think something different. Let me know if you think that was a stupid idea not to use their pulse rifles, because there is like a nuclear reactor not far from that room. But then Ripley goes full on Rambo, full tilt, with her gun in there at the end. So it doesn't compute. It doesn't compute. But if Romulus gave us something, then we know that the alien has an extra power, that it can, like the perfect life form, it can shield itself from a dangerous environment. So there you go. We've got the answer with that queen fossilized in the first ship, in the first Alien movie. And I'm guessing with the more activity, they they the fossilized queen came to life, and I think she was the one who wreaked havoc on the colony, started laying eggs at full speed. So there you go. That's a theory that I have, and a few what if situations, and stupid situations. And so I hope you like them. Give me some feedback if you have. So see you later.